This is paradise. I really wanted to make a fun El Nido travel guide video to show you all the amazing things there are to do here. From exploring untouched beaches and snorkeling, to kayaking, island hopping, and flying down a zipline to a tiny island. As with everywhere in the Philippines, you will never really feel like you have enough time. I started my trip by booking into Friends Hostel in the center of El Nido for 3 nights, and ended up extending for a total of 5 nights, before moving to Big Pool Hostel in Corong Corong Beach, where I met an amazing bunch of people and ended up staying for another 3 days. In total, I spent a week exploring the beaches and islands of El Nido, and yet I still feel like I'll need to come back again and again to explore more. For now though, here's my guide to the top things to do and places to see in beautiful El Nido. Let's start with island hopping, because you would have to be crazy to come to El Nido and not sign up for at least one island hopping tour. Tour A is the most popular of all 4 tours, and for good reason. The boat brings you to El Nido's most famous lagoons and snorkeling spots, and you will never in your life see water as clear or as blue. Be it jumping off the boat in search of tropical fish or lying on a deserted island, Tour A is what dreams are made of and a must on everyone's El Nido bucket list. Our second stop of the day is Big Lagoon, which is one of the most famous stops when island hopping here in El Nido. The colour of the water, as always, is unreal. It's super clear. There's a cordoned off coral garden area which you can't go in. We're just going down the sort of tunnel corridor now towards the Big Lagoon, and we can't wait to see it. We're literally the only people here. How amazing is this? Next on my list is Tour C, as I think it would be the next tour to choose if you have an extra day to spare. Tour C brings you to an amazing helicopter island, as well as 2 or 3 secret and hidden beaches, one of which you have to swim through a hole in a rock to get to. These secret beaches are absolute paradise, and you will never want your day of exploring to end. Back on the mainland, there's lots to see and do, so be sure to spare a day to check out some of the beaches close to El Nido. There's a free jeepney shuttle from El Nido Town to Leo Beach, which is a crazy long stretch of fine white sand lined with cute cafes, a pier that stretches right out into the water, and a fun place for plane spotting, as it's right next to the tiny El Nido airstrip. If you walk for about an hour away from the hotels and cafes, you can find some totally secluded beaches lined with palm trees and with no one around for miles. The sunset at Leo Beach is also spectacular, so it's worth sticking around until around 7 p.m. to watch the sky lighting up and changing colours. Another great beach for sunset is Las Cabanas, just a few kilometres and a cheap trike ride from El Nido Town. There's a few small bars lining the beach, but Las Cabanas Resort at the very end is definitely the best place to watch the show. This is also a great swimming beach and a good option if you don't want to travel all the way to Nacpan Beach, which is almost 20 kilometers outside of town. Las Cabanas Beach is also where you can sign up to the crazy El Nido Zipline experience. It costs 10 or 15 euro, depending on whether you decide to do sitting or Superman, and it was one of the highlights of my trip to El Nido.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
It was such an adrenaline rush, and was one of the highlights of my trip, as the adrenaline rush is extreme as you fly off the top of a hill over the beach, towering coconut trees, and enjoy the spectacular view. Another must-visit beach is the Seven Commandos beach. Technically it's on the mainland, but only really accessible by boat or by renting a kayak in El Nido or Corong Corong beach and kayaking there. It's a gorgeous beach with a volleyball court, a basketball court, a small beach bar serving smoothies and beers, and just a peaceful place to spend an afternoon. For good food and nightlife, the main beach in El Nido Town will sort you out. The town comes alive every evening after sunset, with live music, karaoke, reggae bars, amazing restaurants serving international cuisine, and more ice cream parlours than you can shake a stick at. Staying in a good hostel is also a must, and I personally loved my stay at Friends and then Big Paul Hostel. Big Paul has free rum and coke, as well as endless free shots for guests each evening, making it a great place to make new friends. I hope you found this travel guide to El Nido helpful. Please think about giving it a thumbs up and subscribing for more amazing travel videos from the Philippines.